We want to examine finding the limits graphically. So let's look at the function f of x as x approaches -1. Note that this is a piecewise function that is broken into three parts. As x approaches -1, my x-axis here, y, your graph, approaches 3. So as x approaches -1 from the left, this is what it signifies here, this negative sign here signifies as x approaches -1 from the left, y on my graph approaches 3. Now as x approaches -1 from the right, I'm looking at this piece of my graph now, y is approaching 4. From my definition of the existence of a limit, if the limit from the left is equal to the limit from the right, then the limit exists. In this case, the limit from the left is equal to 3 and the limit from the right is equal to 4. The limit of f of x as x approaches -1 does not exist. Note, f of -1 is equal to 4 because we have a closed dot there. This is an open dot here. Is equal to 4. Let's look at another example of this. We look at the limit of f of x as x approaches 2. As x approaches 2 from the left, we look at this piece of my graph. As x approaches 2 from the left, y or f of x is approaching 4. Or it's 4. As x approaches 2 from the right, I'm looking at this graph here, y is approaching 2. Again, the limit from the left and the limit from the right are different. The limit of f of x as x approaches 2 does not exist. And f of 2 in this case, we have the closed dot here is equal to 2. Okay?